The market presses higher into Fed Day. Is it all bull all the time? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the market should pull back a little bit and then press higher, and that's exactly what we saw off the CPI catalyst. The market gave us a little bit of a pullback, then pressed up towards 43.75 and closed near the highs at the end of the day. Now the question is, can the bulls keep pushing into Fed Day? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, another great day for us. We continue to take longs into this move up and do well with it. You can see new traders are doing well. We've got great feedback. I don't get to choose the feedback, so Donald Duck's a little odd. But if you want to be part of this winning team, stay tuned for later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPX chart. We're going to be drilled in close today, go over the micro count. I did a big picture yesterday, so if you want to check out that video, you can do so. But ultimately, we got this little pullback here, and then they pushed up and made a slightly higher high. We could call that 4 of 3 and 5 of 3. I'm just going to go ahead and call it 3 here. And then we do have what could be an ABC down towards the 43-44 area is one way to look at this. Another way to look at this is this was the full pullback, and this is 1, 2, and then we'd get 3, 4, 5 up towards 4,400 to complete the overall move. So we could be seeing the pullback here as a 2 of this 5, where 3 ended here, 4 was here, and we're starting this move up. I personally think it's more like this, and we would see that move down a little bit lower toward the 43-44 area. So in either case, you would be looking for a push from the bulls towards 4,400 to as high as 44.10, given where we're at and how they've pulled back. Now, if they do give us a full pullback that I'm looking for, so if they give us the A, B, C down, I would think it'd be more towards 4,400 and then down. But if we stop here and push from there, then you can see 44.10 or 20 on the SPX before we see the top in place on the SPX chart. Now, if the bears want to pull back here, there is some validation for that. This line, this blue line you see right here, it's actually the 1.0 extension of waves A and B, which is where you would expect the C wave to end. And you can see they failed it here, and failed it here, but they haven't completely rejected. They rejected here, rejected a little bit here, rejected a little bit here, but they haven't broken support. So they're still pushing on this, which tells me they want to break through. They didn't pull back and break support, but if they don't break through, we'd be looking at this as the start of a move down that would break through 43.44 first, and ultimately 43.35 is a big number because it's the 50% retrace of wave 3, and below that it's very unlikely going to be a wave 4. So if the bears can come through and break 43.44 and then push on through 43.35, we need to start paying attention to the move down to see what shakes out and exactly where we're at. Doesn't mean we're on the way down, but it does mean they finally took out some levels of support, and that would get us to kind of pay attention at that point. So really simple, guys. For the bulls, they need to hold above 43.44. They can go as low as 43.35, but they'd prefer to 44, and then they can push as high as 44.10 to 20 to the upside, just depending on how this overall wave plays out. For the bears, they need to break 43.44 and push on down through 43.35, and then we'll see what kind of move if we get follow through from there. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, NASDAQ kind of a similar spot here, looking to complete this wave 5. Whether we count this as all of 4 or not is kind of to be determined. We could see an A and this be B, and then a C wave down towards the 14.927 area. Ultimately, they need to hold 14.865. But we would like to see the bulls, if you're bullish here, you'd like to see the bulls stay above 14.927, and then you can see them push up toward that 15.291 area to complete this bigger wave B. Overall, the NASDAQ was a little bit weaker after the initial push. It pulled back and then never came back and took out its high like ES did. That doesn't mean it won't. It did that before and then came back and blew through it. Just something to keep an eye on overall. We do have a potential for a couple different counts. As I said, that ABC lower towards 14.927, or you could have a 1, 2, and then you get 3, 4, 5 up to this area more directly, which may push a little bit over that 14 or 15.291 area. For the bears, They want to break, obviously, 14,927 on the way down and kind of try to turn this into a 1, 2, and then a 1, 2 breakthrough, and where they break through 14,927 and then 14,865. If they do that, we'd look for a break of this 14,765 area to give us some confirmation that the move down is starting. And at that point, we'll have to see what kind of structure and follow through we get from there. But those are the key levels up top for the bears to break. Other than if they don't break those levels, the market is bullish up toward the 15,291 area. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to the website. We have 2 incredible monthly rooms as well as our Elliott Wave 4 beginners course. So if you don't want to be a monthly member, you can just learn Elliott Wave, the way I teach it and the way I use it and how I find these targets. It is an excellent course. It's 25 videos where I go over all of Elliott Wave, my chart setup and tools, and how each wave breaks down and what to look for. It shows you how to get Elliott Wave set up on anything you want to trade, and it is an excellent video collection. So guys are loving it in the room. If you wanted this, you can get it a la carte for $67. However, it is included in both monthly memberships. So in our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as this training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means that we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trades that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, I would love to have you in these rooms with us so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today. Bulls need to hold over 43.44. Again, they can go as low as 43.35, but they really want to hold up here. A break of that would be a warning. If they do hold, they can push as high as 4,400 to 44.20 and complete this wave 5 to the upside. For the bears, they obviously want to break that 43.44 and follow through 43.35. If they can do that, then we'll see what kind of follow through we get to the downside and what kind of structure to kind of give us a path from there. Over on the NASDAQ, same kind of setup. Bulls want to hold 14,927, and as long as they're above that, they can push higher up toward that 15,291 area. We would be looking for a potential ABC down into that area, but they could go directly higher just depending on how this plays out as far as a 1, 2, or an ABC. And then if the bull or bears could break down through 14,927 and then follow through 14,865, the bears have something at that point, and we would need to start paying attention. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.